Is Instagram dead in 2022? Maybe should you switch to TikTok instead of posting on Instagram, because a lot of Instagram's engagement seems to be at a record low at the moment. I'm going to be talking about that and exactly where I think Instagram is heading in the future and what your strategy should be moving forward. You know, a big question I hear a lot of times from people is like, does Instagram suck now, or have I been shadow banned? I really believe that Instagram is here to stay. And the reason being is because Instagram is constantly evolving towards what's trending on other social media platforms. And here's the reason why I say this, is because despite maybe engagement not being at the highest for everyone, right? Some people have great engagement. My engagement isn't always massive at the moment, at least. But in my own company, I really don't think this is the case, because even though my engagement is not always crazy massive, at least at the moment, right? I've had certain time periods where my engagement has been really high, and then I've had certain time periods where my engagement isn't that high. But in the past 2 weeks, we've actually collected $65,000, in cash into the business, and a good majority of that has actually been from Instagram. So, how do you start using Instagram like a client generating machine? I'm going to share that in today's video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Natalie, and I've actually worked with over 300 women to help them build six-figure businesses, as well as use Instagram like a client attraction machine. And what I really want to talk about in this video is where you're messing up big time, because Instagram can be a great platform for you if it's used correctly. When used incorrectly, this is just a massive time suck. Okay. I usually talk about this whole concept of the influencer model versus the entrepreneur model for using Instagram. And I find a lot of people get really hung up on this old way of using Instagram that I like to think of as the influencer model, wherein you have to be posting constantly, you have to be posting about your life constantly. You are measuring your engagement and using that as like your Polaris star for success, right? And you don't want to do that. Okay, so let's talk about how to switch to entrepreneur model, which can make your business highly profitable, even when you have a very small following. Like for instance, last year, I was making anywhere from 50 to 70,000 a month. And at the time I only had 2,600 followers. I have more followers now. You can go look at me now on Instagram. I have more. But at the time I didn't have that many, right? So here's where you're messing up. If you're seeing engagement as a huge success metric, don't do that anymore. I even tested it out myself because I was personally curious. I was like, okay, if I cater my posts towards creating massive engagement, will it actually help me, right? And so I created posts kind of like this one right here, and they did really well engagement-wise. But the amount of engagement I was getting then did not actually translate into sales. And that's why with moving forward, I now have rearranged my strategy a little bit more so that we are actually actively creating even more sales than we were before, back when I had a smaller following. Now, if you look at another reel of mine like this, okay, this engagement on this reel is technically kind of low for me, all right, in that there's not a ton of likes. There are several comments, but there aren't a ton of likes, and some of my reels do perform really well engagement wise, and some of them don't so much. But the reason why this reel is so great is because this booked us 6 calls today. This one reel booked us 6 calls with potential clients today. Right? So really what you want to stop doing is thinking that likes equal success. Now, another huge mistake that I see people make on Instagram is that their content is all over the place, meaning it's not niche focused or it's too general focused, right? So it's not focused on the specific outcome that their ideal clients want. And instead it's focused on like all these other different things, you know, maybe personal life things. I do share some of my own personal life on occasion. Okay. I'm not saying you can't do that, right? But it seems kind of just all over the place. It's not focused on a niche, or it's just far too general. And it's like, oh, I help people get healthy, or I help people solve their goals, or like I help people with their business. All of these things are just way too general. Okay. So really you want to make your content niche specific. Another way people mess up content is they make it very fact focused. People don't actually resonate that well with fact focused content, and fact or educational posts don't actually translate into more sales for your business. In order to make more sales in your business, you have to position yourself well within a market, which means that what you need most is you need to understand what everyone within your own niche is saying, and then how to position yourself differently within this niche. And how you do that is through belief shifting content. When you post more content like that, you'll get more people listening to what you have to say. You'll be positioned better as an authority, and you'll have more people reaching out to you wanting to understand more about what you offer and saying that they resonate with the videos or the posts that you're posting. Now, if you're curious about how to implement this strategy for yourself and you want more of a step-by-step guide of like, hey, here's the formula for creating belief shifting content. Hey, here's how you go about creating reels that can actually book you calls. And if that's something that interests you, right? And you want to make more sales with your Instagram, I actually have a mini course, and it costs less than Lululemon leggings. And you can learn how to start attracting clients on Instagram, high ticket clients on Instagram in a week. Okay, so if that's something that interests you and you want to learn more about that mini course, you can go below in the description, click that link, and learn more about it. So the biggest thing that people miss out on is they don't have a back-end strategy when it comes to Instagram. I've seen some people and their content is awesome. It's niche focused. They're talking about belief shifting things. Their engagement is good. You know, their following is of a ton of ideal clients, and yet they aren't making sales. Why? So the reason is because they aren't actually building relationships with their following. They aren't DMing their following, okay? You have to get into your DMs and actually build relationships with your following, see what problems they're facing, and then suggest getting on a call to see if you can help them. When you do that and you build relationships with people, you provide value to people, guess what? People are gonna start wanting to work with you. They're gonna wanna get on a call with you. They're gonna want to become your client. The other piece of using Instagram like a client attraction machine, instead of feeling like you need to go over to TikTok, which, I mean, side note, if you're already making reels, you might as well post them on TikTok too. But what I wanted to say is a lot of people don't have a follow-up strategy at all. They don't follow up with old leads. They don't follow up with people who were already on calls with them, and they don't follow up with those maybes. They don't follow up with people who said they couldn't afford it, and they just essentially do what I call the hit it and quit it method, meaning that they get on a call, the person tells them no, and they decide to never speak to that person again, which is a terrible idea, as people's current situation is constantly evolving. And if they don't become a client today, it doesn't mean that they're not going to become a client months down the line. In fact, a lot of our clients become clients because they get to know us over time. And some people sign up with us immediately, like they get to know us and they're like, yeah, Natalie seems great, her team seems great, I'm ready to skyrocket my business, and they'll sign right up. Other people need more time, and maybe they speak to us once, it's not a great time then, but then they sign up a few months later, right? Have a solid follow-up strategy. Actually keep lists of people that you've spoken to on calls, and see, you know, have listed out why they didn't join, and then follow up back with them and see what's going on with them. You'll find that their current situation has changed. You can propose a call again, and they might become a client the second time. All right, everybody, I hope this video was helpful for you for making Instagram relevant again for you. Okay, yes, you can go start posting on TikTok. I mean, I don't think TikTok is a bad thing, but I also don't think you should completely ditch Instagram because they do evolve their platform and they do pull pieces from other parts of social media platforms and then they apply them to Instagram, right? But if you are a coach or a course creator and you want to grow your business to 6 figures or maybe multiple 6 figures or maybe even 7 figures, and you feel like you need more guidance on how to get there and you're ready for an action plan that you can implement and you want someone that's going to help you, guide you, and look at what's going on in your business currently and help you strategically actually scale your business, then what you're going to want to do is maybe schedule a call with my team. We'll see where you are in your business currently and maybe what are some key shifts that you need to make to get to the next level in your business. If that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to learn more, all you want to do is go to the link below and book a call with us. All right, everybody, I hope this video was helpful for you. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because I put new videos out just like this one every single week.